The gentleman from North Carolina is recognized for 5 minutes.
Well, I appreciate the I appreciate the speaker and the congressman from Massachusetts. I'm sorry, Vermont. I'm sorry, that's a North Carolina, South Carolina joke. I thank the ranking member for yielding. And Mr. Speaker, this bill is plain and simple. It's a political stunt. And this is a sad offering 1 week into a new majority. These bills are dead on arrival, as the ranking member, my friend Tom Graves, said, when they arrive in the Senate. The Senate majority leaders already said this. It's dead on arrival, nor will it be signed into law by the president, who's already said he'd veto it. Furthermore, these bills have been stripped of House priorities that were in this bill reported out of Tom Graves' subcommittee last Congress. And they're not going to accomplish our #1 goal, which is reopening the government and addressing the critical border security needs of our country. House Republicans did our job last year by sending this and several other appropriations bills to the Senate that would have been signed into law and ultimately avoid a shutdown if our friends across the aisle had chosen substance over politics. But this is a greater point. What we should be focusing on, rather than this shell bill that is a political stunt, is what's not in this bill. Now, there are a couple of things that we passed last Congress in a bipartisan way that the incoming chair of the Financial Services Committee and me as ranking member on the Financial Services Committee both voted for. We had the Jobs Act 3.0, which passed this House last Congress with 406 yes votes and 4 dissenting votes. Why is that not included in this bill? It should be included in this bill. It is a high priority. Why don't we see more bills helping those that are unbanked in this country, those that are living on the margins, those that are on the edge? Why can't we get them included? Why can't we have financial inclusion as a part of this bill? It does not address that. Nor does it help people who live in rural communities who don't have a single bank branch in their county. So we have banking deserts in this country that separate people from access to basic financial service products. We need to fix that problem. That bill here before us doesn't address that issue either. Why aren't we doing more to help small business find the capital that they need? Businesses are starved for additional risk capital so they can grow, create jobs, help their community, raise wages. But instead of talking about ways we can help people, this bill does none of that. It's a political stunt. We should be focused on helping people and helping those that are on the margins through financial inclusion. Let's get back to the priorities that the American people sent us here to take care of. Let's vote down this bill. And let's vote yes on something that can clear through the Senate and get to the President's desk and signed into law. I look forward to working with my colleagues across the aisle in a constructive way in the coming months to do just that. But in the meantime, this is just a second-week charade, not essential to what we should be focused on here in the House of Representatives. We should be less focused on political optics and more about the reality of how we help everyday working Americans. And with that, I yield back the balance of my time to my colleague and friend, Mr. Graves of Georgia.
Thank you. The gentleman reserves.